Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Quickly, look what I got. I got some more Donald gear. I got lots of presents here again on the ship. Really appreciate everybody out there. But while I've been traveling, there's been news stories popping, and I've been just trying to get here, so I've missed some news stories. So we have a power outage on one of the world's largest ships. We have another ship breaking down with its engines not getting anywhere. And this story I thought was deja vu. I thought I was reading the same article that I already covered, but it happened again. Another glass breaking on a cruise ship. And how about this for a twist? Cruise passengers can go ashore, but the crew members were denied. So probably one of the most serious that happened was the Harmony of the Seas. Late in the evening, all of a sudden, the power started shutting down on the cruise ship. Shutting down various locations on the ship, shutting down the air conditioning. At some points, toilets weren't working. And the captain came on and said, yep, we're having some experiences on board right now, and some things are not going to be available, and maybe don't use the elevators on the ship. When you're going up 20 floors from the ground floors, that's not great. Also, a lot of other things were shut down. Room service was shut down. Some of the dining was shut down. If you have no power, you just can't do anything, but they went down to one engine at that time, keeping it going just to keep steady. It took about 8 hours to get everything back up and running. Most people took it with lightheartedness. Some were very disappointed because some of the entertainment and dining was closed down for in the evening, but luckily it happened shortly after the main dining was happening, so most people were able to get their food. Maybe just the late night pizza wasn't available. So yeah, imagine being on one of the largest ships in the world and no power in the middle of the ocean. Sounds like a blast, right? Now, how would you like it if you heard that you could go ashore, but the crew are not allowed to go to shore because of an outbreak on board with norovirus, which is really strange. But they just said, yeah, to the Azamara onward, your crew cannot come back, go to shore. You cannot be in the same tenders as the passengers, which is kind of strange. How is that stopping sickness? Because they're still interacting with passengers on the boat. I don't quite get the rule. I don't quite get the restriction, but I know a lot of the crew members this was their day off and they were really looking forward to getting to shore. But yeah, weird rules that happen out there sometimes, and this is just one of them. Also, here we are in Alaska. And we're kind of following the Serenade of the Seas out there, and she's having some engine difficulties. The captain came on and said, yeah, Icy Strait Point. I'm afraid we're going to miss Icy Strait Point because, yeah, we have to limit our speed. We can't go at full speed here in Alaska, and but we will make it back to port on time. Great. Except what happens now on the next one. Now, this isn't the first time that the Serenade of the Seas has had some engine difficulties. It's had some engine difficulties for the past month or so and has changed itineraries and port times for various cruises. So if you're going on the Serenade of the Seas anytime soon, I would imagine there could be some interruptions going on your cruise as well. Just something to be aware of out there, because a lot of people get really upset if you're going to miss a port, or you're going to miss, say, what happens if you can't go into, Glacier Bay in Alaska because of the engine limits, right? Sometimes they won't do that when you're having difficulties. So I don't get it, but I wish they could get this fixed. They thought they were going to get it fixed the other day when they pulled into port, and they extended their time in the port. But apparently it didn't work because they just announced again they're missing a port. So keep an eye on the Serenade of the Seas in Alaska. And finally, like I said, when I was watching this story, it was, I just thought I was reading the same story. I said, oh, there you go. The glass broke. Remember the glass broke on the Symphony of the Seas, and the crew member ran over and got people out of the way from the glass shattering down onto the pool deck and right onto the chairs that they were sitting on. And I praised him like he should get, like he got a little plaque and everything, but he should have got a free cruise. You know, he possibly saved lives doing that. His quick action, his fortitude. Well, I thought I was reading the same story, but it turns out, no. The Symphony of the Seas, one more time, another pane of glass shattered. But this time it just cracked. It just cracked in its place. It did not fall to the ground. But it kind of makes you wonder what's going on with the structure of the glass on the Symphony of the Seas. Is it too much pressure on it? What is happening with it? Is it because the first one fell out and it's affecting the other glass panes? All I know is I probably wouldn't want my deck chair underneath one of those panes of glass at this current time, at least until it goes another month or so, making sure it's safe for everybody there. Just a weird situation. You've never heard any of these ships ever having something like that happen, and it happened within a couple weeks of each other as well. So that is a little strange. I also want to quickly mention that I have a bunch of pranksters on board with me on my group. They were all glad I made it and everything, and but we decided we were going to pose for a group photo downstairs during our cocktail party, and some of the folks who sail with us all the time and are really good friends of myself and Angelina. Let me show you what they did. First, here's the group photo that we took. And you can see we're all just smiling, having a good time and everything here in Princess Live. And then they handed out these Dawn heads to everybody. And now here's the photo of me and my giant head everywhere on board. And I'm afraid now I'm going to walk around this cruise ship and see people holding up my giant head in front of their faces everywhere I go. And half the people on the ship are going to, who in the heck is the giant head guy? So I don't get it. But, you know, I got to give as good as I get. So somehow I got to get him back. But I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. But they're also the ones that also will make some group t-shirts for us there and bring them for me. And I pay them for them because they do design better than I do. And the one year that I couldn't make my group cruise was the year I got COVID in Alaska. They, of course, were on board. And, well, now if you look on the back of my shirts that have all the lists of the groups that we're doing currently, there's one that says, "Where's Dawn?" And they rubbed it into me. So I had to make this cruise, otherwise I would have had two "Where's Dawns" on my t-shirts, and that's not a good sign at all. So there you go. That's the news that I'm catching up on today. I hope everyone out there is having an amazing time. I'm so glad I'm here. It's foggy as all heck outside, but I'm having a wonderful cruise and everyone's having a great time here on the Royal Princess. So until next time, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.